All right, now we're going to show some pulls, so exerting force and pulling something towards your body. And I'll show about 9 or 10 exercises there. First is, you may or may not have access to a TRX. If I could only purchase one thing of all the kind of home gym equipment you see here, TRX would be my first and most valuable investment because you can just do such a variety of things with it. So with the TRX, obviously you have your pulls. You can do a straight pull in where your elbows are tucked tight to your body. You can go a pull where your elbows are out. You can even work a little bit if you step up higher on your delts and pulling out. There's all sorts of pulls and at different angles with different weight, kind of similar to how you would do a push-up, but lots of different pulls you can do with a TRX. Another kind of variety of pulls is your rows. And so I'm going to show you 2 different types of rows you could do here. One of my favorites, because it forces you to engage your core and your whole body in balance, is single leg, single arm rows. The important thing here is whatever hand you have the weight in, that leg stays down. So if I was going to grab the weights with my left hand, my left leg would stay down, and I would try to get a straight line, right? Really important, you're working on that glute strength between my spine and my leg. When I go here, I'm going to first balance the level of my shoulders, then I'm going to row. Keep that elbow close to my ribs. So up and row, up and row. If I were to go to my right leg, my right hand would grab the weight, I'm stabilizing with the other leg, and I'd form a straight line, right? Up with my shoulder, row in, row in. Now, the opposite to that, or another variety of that, is just a heavy row, so you're going to get more of a balanced squat position. You would lean over, you might have heavier weight in this one, right? And then you're just going to do a regular row here, okay? So make sure you're protecting your body and back with a nice balanced stance. So those are your kind of different types of rows. Another pull is just, one more row. If you have access to a bar or even free weights, you can lean over, right, and row this way, right? Just another type of row. You can do the same thing with weights, right, where you're leaning over, okay, you're just getting a different type of row in, slightly with your palms facing forward. So that's another one you can get in there in that row. Another type of pull is obviously pulling your body up with pull-ups. You can do a variety of grips, right? You can have your hands here, you can have your hands here, a wide grip. The one thing I would just say is before you do your pull-up, you want to get your shoulder blades back and down and then go into the pull-up, right? So that would look like this. Instead of me, this is what you wouldn't want to do. I don't just necessarily want to pull up, right? The first thing I want to do is get my shoulder blades back and down, and then I go into my pull-up, right? So I'm protecting by going here, going back and down. So that would be your pull-up. Next type of row, let me just double check. So a row towards your body. If you have access to a pulley system, great. If not, you can use these bands. The one thing I would say is just a single leg. I love to do a single leg and sometimes push myself by putting my foot on either a Bosu ball or an ankle mobility challenge, something that you're working on your balance. Or you can just do a single leg with the other hand, so opposite hand, opposite leg, you're going a row. So you're balancing using your transverse abdominals, whole core to balance as you do that row. So that's one. Another one, if I were to go on my left leg, right, I'd go here. So you can do a row, kind of that same rowing motion, but standing upright, okay? Another type of pull, technically, although you're using your hamstrings, you're going to pull into your body. So a hamstring physio ball curl. So that looks like you have here, and you're going to go up and then curl into your body with that physio ball, right? So that's a pull technically, right?